Hello everyone and welcome to another summon guide, and today we are taking on, I don't even know how to say this technically, Lakshmi. Anyway, we're taking on Lakshmi today because in the grand scale of not releases, but in terms of what was kind of the easiest, Lakshmi is next on the list, and really, and I will remind you again, you really got to stop caring about the do it with 5 men, unless you're overpowered, in which case, go ahead, whatever. But here's the thing about Lakshmi. She is a human character, so she is not, she will be weak to Diablo, so if you have anyone, whoever your main damage dealer for this fight is, basically equip Diablos for the human killer, which is pretty standard at this point. Now she does have 100 million HP, which sounds like a lot, but in the current 7-star meta, and probably by now you at least have a 7-star, hopefully, it's pretty easy of a fight. It just sounds kind of intimidating. Other than that, she is a 50% resistant to blind, meaning that you can blind her. So blinding her will take out some of the physical damage, which will make this fight slightly easier. She's also immune to defense and spirit breaks, but she is very, very not immune to attack and magic, which will make the fight easier. The other thing is, in terms of element resistance, she has none, so bring whoever you like, debuff her however you like, and just kill her however you like. Now, she does have some single target physical damage, which can be easily mitigated with a strong physical tank or a dodge tank who has, you know, draw, so Warrior of Light works perfect here. She can do some defense and spirit down with some of her physical attacks, but that's nothing to worry about, really. She also has an AoE light damage attack, but it's magic, so if you bring a magic tank with 100% light resistance, you're perfectly fine. She can also heal for 15 million HP, which, yeah, that's a lot, so this is a DPS challenge a bit. She can also single target charm a character, and other than that, she does have one particular nasty move, which is the real thing you have to watch out for in this fight, which is an AoE MP absorb. Basically means that she can, you know, take away all your character's MP and leave you in kind of a bad spot. So for this one, I really could care less about fighting her and going for the 5-man, because Gigasites just aren't that valuable. Alan seems to think they are. I mean, they could literally give us anything instead. But, so, basically, if you can keep 2 characters with Diablos, you'll be just perfectly fine. If it's 3-star Diablos, this is a far easier fight than that, so yes. But we're going to do this fight a little bit, well, slowly, at least at the start, because we want to show you how manageable a fight this can be. So we have Rain here, who has enough 105% light resistance. She can't debuff for light resistance, so really she can't do much. We also have Gladio here, who will act as a provoke tank, but not a super provoke tank because it's just not needed. And we will have our 2 damage dealers here. So let's just go into this fight and get moving. And I will show you, and I'm going into this fight a little bit wrong because I want to show you one of the major dangers of this fight. So as the fight begins, it's pretty regular, there's nothing too super to worry about, so just put up your protection, as well as anything that you feel you will need for the first little bit, and to show you how much well, we're going to make sure that we just debuff her right off the start, give her no chance, and we're going to use Lid's stronger debuff because why not? And the other thing, so the big thing in this fight, if you can, or if you have anyone, any MP battery, and the simplest one to get is the 3-star version of Rosalia, you can basically just fix the problem with MP drain right off the bat. So since I haven't brought anyone to this fight with that, I don't think, I can't remember quite what this does. I do believe that puts MP regeneration on the party, which is just fine. Other than that, we will just try and do some damage. So in her first turn, that's when she will do her MP drain. It is strong enough that it can basically take anyone's MP away, but as you can see, she is not really scary. And if you have anyone with counter, then it's perfectly fine. So this turn, since we put up our defenses, all we're really going to do is just hit her a whole bunch. And wait for the MP regeneration to kick in. Now, our light tank is basically fine. He has nothing to worry about whatsoever. Because with the light resistance, there's very little we can do. Now that we are starting to get some MP regeneration per turn, we are perfectly fine to just go right in here. But there are plenty of units that can actually just gift MP, so you don't have to spend the turn I did doing basically nothing. So let's put all of that back on. We'll give another turn. We're not super worried about this fight. So every so often, she will basically just hit like this, doing a lot of damage. As you can see, pretty scary, which is why you want to make sure that you are using your, what's it called? No, really, what's it called? I can't remember. You want to make sure that you are using a provoke tank. That's basically why you want a provoke dodge tank more than anything. But if you've watched quite a few of my videos, you'll know at this point that provoke tanks are just kind of better. And still, we cannot use that, which is a little bit unfortunate, and gotta be like one crystal away from that. We'll use limit burst. I think we will use the limit burst thing here to give a bit more MP to everyone. Activate this. We're gonna get ready to do some damage here in a second. I'm gonna try provoking her again. Really? Liv just didn't get enough, huh? Fine. And that is my fault because I forgot to put Awakened Rain's protection on. Which I don't believe she dispels. Nope, I just forgot to recast it. Whoops, my bad. So we'll bring back her first, and we'll make sure to heal for HP. Her MP drain basically only happens once. She also has a charm ability, but it's not super scary if you're prepared for it. So now with some heals, we're still getting pretty badly owned because we don't have any breaks up. So again, my fault because I screwed up, but we're going to fight our way back for this, or we're basically going to try this again. And the other thing that I failed to use and probably should have used is a better provoke setup too. With the provoke, you can end up in this kind of bad situation where she is just hitting you for a massive amount of damage. Now, Awaken Rain also has it too, but not particularly the greatest for him to be doing that. So now we're getting hit for a lot less because we debuffed her properly. So those are the dangers of not debuffing this fight. This fight can be very, very difficult, but it also can just be you can just take your time with it and get ready before you take your revenge, I suppose you could say. So let's just put up defense again. We'll try and provoke her again. And because now I'm absolutely paranoid, we're just going to debuff her for everything. CG Hayu is pissed off, and despair of it. But debuffing her makes a big difference in this fight. Alright, so now we are going to use this, I think? Does this give me back MP? No, it doesn't, but let's do some damage anyway, shall we? So we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, and we're going to hit with this, and just try and do a lot of damage. Because the simple fact is, Lakshmi, while she does have a high regeneration rate for a lot of stuff, she isn't particularly that strong, provided you keep... No, don't do that, Mouse. Provided you keep your debuffs up and your provoke tank provoking her properly, this fight is very easily manageable. Again, a little bit angry here, but nothing we can't handle. Provided I keep our protection up. So let's just go here, do that, because, yeah, I'm paranoid. And we will go in and just double cast some abilities. And we're just going to be trying to do as much damage as possible. 2 more turns, and then we can use her big debuff again. But since Lid's not exactly hurting for NP, we can essentially do this. The real thing that we need is MP for these 2 guys. So here is her big heal, and this is the thing that can prolong this fight, but it only happens every 4 turns. So long as you're doing more than, I don't know, approximately 14 million HP per turn, you can essentially out-damage her. And now we're just going to start laying into her. Actually, if we're going to do that, we're going to go down here and double fire. This is also a good way to prolong this fight. So this fight does require you to summon Fenrir and finish with a limit burst. So if you do this slowly, you should be able to, and managing it better than I am, it's a pretty easy fight. We have a limit burst right here we can save, which is good news because next turn, oh, we have 2 limit bursts. Excellent. I may even stop just doing that next turn. So there's her charm ability. Now that's a little bit scary. If you do have Santa Rosalia, you can remove the charm easy enough. But her charm is not 100%, so it also can miss. So we're going to do this, and this should, in theory, kill her. So long as you can do enough damage, which is essentially over 15 million HP per turn, and get a summon in, which, out of all of them, Fenrir will probably help you considerably here. Just keep up your light magic tank, unlike me. Keep your debuffs up, keep your dodge tank provoking her, and just let your damage dealers do what they have to do, and the fight is easy enough. So that's all for this fight. I will see you in the next one. Next time we will be taking on, I'm not sure, I think it's Titan next. So I will see you then. Till then, see you later.